Welcome to my humble little office. My name is R. Keith Andrews. I'm a spiritual guide and paranormal adept. The journey continues today on April 3rd, 2022 at approximately 4:34 a.m. PST. I've been talking about two different branches for the last little while. Now, before I get into this, I should do this. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel because there's a lot of information coming out. Okay, now, the reality is, I came to this world for one primary purpose. Okay, I returned to this life to simply spread a message to everyone in existence that working together, we can make this a better world for virtually everybody. Okay, now, I've been concentrating for the last little while on two branches, the heart of the home and the heart of the house. These are the backbones to make a community, but it starts with you. Okay, now I've been asked a number of times. Okay, now I only follow three laws: be true to yourself first, do unto others as you desire them to do unto you, and energy out, energy in. Right now, society is traveling down a very black path. Okay, yes, there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of brightness in the future, but we have to make it happen. Not me, not you, but we. Okay, now this starts with you. And you can go back through past videos, okay, in order to take a look at some of the information that I've gone into in much greater detail. Today, I'm moving forward. Now, the heart of the home and the heart of the house, the heart of the home, that is correct. The heart of the home is based in three areas. It's built on your living room, your dining room, and your kitchen. Okay, the 3 points. Now we have the heart of the home here. Okay, you have the heart of the house here. The heart of the house is your finances. It is your physical link between the home and the general world. The third point of access is this heart, your heart. Okay, and that starts right here. It starts with a very simple point. Thought or soul, if you will, call it what you will. But the starting point of any change happens up here, outside the human body, outside the corporeal body, outside a whole lot of things. Okay, then it comes in. Now, many of you will look at it and go, it starts in the mind. You get a thought, and that's where it is. But here's the kicker to it. Until you get that emotional drive here, all the thinking in the world, yes, it can succeed, but it's a lot more stubborn disposition than passion. In other words, I said I was going to do it, and therefore I'm going to do it. Now, I'm not. I am simply here to turn the lights on. Now, I've been here multiple times before. Okay, I remember doing this back in ancient Rome. I tried doing it in ancient Egypt. These are past lives that I recall. Now, you don't have to believe me. All you got to do is look at the world around you and look at your own life specifically. Now, today, what I'm focusing on is a very simple issue. How do I mesh this heart with the heart of the home and the heart of the house? Those 3 points, as you can see, okay, all things, as near as I've been able to piece together, I just don't know all the ingredients necessarily, but all things seem to be built on threes. Okay, what most corporeals tend to call a pyramid scheme, as in a pyramid. Okay, everything is built that way. Something is at the top, and then you've got things spreading out. Absolutely, it works. But here's the thing: all things, good and bad, are built the same way. The actual pyramid, the actual equilateral triangle, is not a question of being good or evil unto itself. The power that is available by uniting components, by uniting groups. Now, here's another group that has been badly segregated. Okay, you have males, females, and the transgenders. Okay, 3 different groups of people, all the same. All of you have the same. You got 3 types of spiritual belief. The ones that believe in a god, the ones that believe in multiple gods, and the ones that believe that humans or the corporeal component of a given race are all the same, are all separate. But it's that combination that puts everybody in the same bin. Now, I've been asked a lot of times by a lot of people, when am I going to go live? And this is the real kicker to it. Okay, I've had a staggering amount of encouragement and assistance from one very specific, very select group of people. Okay, I believe I'm 7 years in now, working working in tandem with a group on the internet that is led by let's try English. Okay, it is a group called on Spaced Out Radio. Okay, and Dave Scott has done a phenomenal job of backing me up. Okay, and giving me a real jump start. And he has stepped forth again. Now here's the thing: the people on his station, the viewers that have been joining me on Spaced Out Radio, on the first Friday of every month for the last 7 years. I think it's 7 years. Okay, they have been absolutely instrumental in getting me out of the shadows. I never honestly desired to get into the spotlight, but here I am. Okay, and Dave has stepped forward once again and really worked through getting me set up to go live. Okay, he's never asked for anything. He's never asked for anything for me. Okay, and even when I've offered something in return, he's turned it down. Now you're not going to find many people that are that nice. Okay, that are that genuine. So this being said, because when I went to look into getting it started for tonight, I find out I can't. Therefore, the target, and I've just got a couple of things I got to work out as far as understanding it goes, but my target is going to be next Sunday, and I'm going to be going live and what I'm looking at is going live for 8 o'clock. And if this changes, I will post for it. As it stands, I'm looking at going live for 8 o'clock next Sunday night. That's 8 o'clock PST, 11 o'clock Eastern. And the reason I'm doing that. I thought about 9, but I figured to reach the people on the Eastern Seaboard, okay, yes, you're still going to have to stay up later. I can't do anything about that. But next Sunday at 8 p.m. at 8 p.m. Pacific, I am planning on going live. I just have to figure out a few things, either from viewers, from members of my viewing audience here, or subscribers to my own channel, or other people. Okay, and it's a simple issue of understanding how it gets recorded and finding out how to go about interacting with people in the chat room on a live feed. These are things I will be researching over the next week. As I told Dave and as I have told you, when you decide you're going to make a change, you have to commit to it here. It's got to have that emotional imperative before it can work. Now, the home is about the energy in the way your home is running. Okay, take out all of the negative things. Anything that you do not feel is working effectively. Alter it. It doesn't matter what you alter it to. Okay, because if you don't like what it turns out as, you can alter it again. But as you eliminate the negative issues, what you'll end up with is only the positive ones. And then you've got a place where your heart will start to relax. Your stress level goes down, your energy level goes up, your ability to think clarifies. These are all side effects of straightening out the energy and getting clear in your own heart what you're looking for. Okay, now, when we look at the heart of the house is your office, it is your finances. Okay, and that is the reality behind it. Now, here's the thing. Okay, there is an old saying that goes, dress for success. And this is something that you're going to see over the next little while, because I'm going to walk you through it. But in the office, which is where I do all, which is the brainchild of the house, of anybody's house. The office is the brainchild of any business. And it would be wise to look at your house as a business. Okay, so you've got the office, you've got more specifically the financial tracking, the way to handle the material world. And you have the individual that when you look in the mirror, in my case, I look in the video camera because, well, frankly, I don't like my mirror. But that's another story. The important thing is the third component of the house is your own well-being, your energy. Do you look like you're successful? Do you feel like you're successful? And are you carrying yourself as though you're successful? This is something when people are told when you're opening a business. Most people, I took an entrepreneurial course, okay, years ago, 1996. Okay, so we're talking almost 20 years ago. But they told me even then, when you desire your business, your home, your house, your business, your empire, doesn't matter. When you desire it to work, okay, you must commit to it. You have to commit your heart to it. Now, this is a threefold thing again, because you've got to look at the career you're building. You've got to look at you. Okay, you've got to look at the state of your home. How do you fit in that home? Is that unit solid? And how do you fit in your house? Are you contributing to the success of your house? Now, you're the only one in existence that can be. Okay, you're the only one in existence that can be successful for you. And here's the other aspect of it. Again, we have a third point. Okay, you've got the physical side, which is the house. You've got your emotional side, the home, and your spiritual side. Now that again, there are three different groups. Okay, you've got your belief in whether it's a higher God, whether you believe a higher God, a group of gods, or yourself as in the individual, whichever one you figure you're following, understand to make this all work, you're going to require you're going to require the support of the people in your home, and you're going to require the support of people in your community. Okay, this is not something that can be done by one person. Now, I've been working at this and striving to figure things out on my own. It hasn't worked well. But like I said, Dave Scott out of spacedoutradio.com. Okay, I'm on there the first month and the first Friday of every month from 9 until 11 PST. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. PST. Okay. Now, the support I've gotten from him has been absolutely mind-boggling. I could not have asked for better support. I've hired marketing individuals that taught me less in a matter of months than Dave did just last night in a matter of a couple of hours. Okay. So from that end, I am committed to and this is going to sound bad, but I'm committed to myself. Remember that thing? Be true to yourself first. Well, I never aimed for the spotlight. I ended up there quite by accident. Okay, and I do literally mean that quite by accident. Okay, I am a spiritual guide, and here's why I classify myself as that. A spiritual guide is the person that leads you through different spiritual issues. Well, every tool that I offer on the journey here, every single one of the tools, if they apply to me, I'm using them. If they do not, considering I started doing this work when I was 10 years old, okay, it became public knowledge. I've got in excess of 80,000 clients that I have dealt with over the years. Okay, and because of that, I know wholeheartedly that what I'm looking at can work. We can make this a better world for virtually everybody, in spite of what people are doing to each other. Okay, but this is the time to really look in the mirror and go, what am I doing? Okay, so with that in mind, yes, I am still going to be carrying on with the journey. I am still going to be carrying on with my writings. Okay, but I will be going live next Sunday, and I will be picking other days. It's just I need a starting point, and I've got to figure out the hard part is deciding exactly when I can virtually guarantee I will be live. Okay, scheduling my own time has been haphazard at best. Okay, but if I'm going to make my career, my business work, if I'm going to make my writings available to enough people to really make an impact, then frankly, I'm going to have to get off my tail and start making things work. Okay, the only way that's going to do it, and that's going to happen, is if I do it. If I reach out to people that are willing to look at the if I reach out to people that already know how to successfully live stream, okay, and talk to them about the questions I have. And this is where you come in that specific issue. Is we'll try English. What do you think? By reaching out to you, hopefully I will get some response in the comments below. Okay, giving me an idea of what to expect, how to make it the most enjoyable, the most informative for myself and for you and for the people that you run into. Again, 3. The reality is, if you're not enjoying it, if you're not enjoying these feeds, then they're kind of pointless anyway. I can sit and talk to myself in the closet. There's no problem there. I can sit and talk to myself all day long. But the message I came back to pass out, to pass along, must reach the people. Okay, and when I talk about everyone in existence, what I mean is not just the people from one group, not just people that have access to technology. This message has to carry beyond the computer into the world itself, where other people see it at work. Okay, you want to bring crime levels down? You gotta start treating people the way you desire to be treated. You desire poverty to go away? You gotta stop milking everything for every cent you can get. And realize that by working together, we can make this a better world. Now, the funny part about it is I've looked into a lot of these little bits and pieces, and I've been telling people for probably 30 years now, when I started getting just over 30, when I started looking at business. Now, the thing that has held me back, ironically, I've watched people, I've guided people with small businesses into intercontinental, concerns. Myself, I never really wanted the spotlight. That was never something that I desired to have. And in all fairness, contrary to this little sign up here, this wooden one way up the top, I doubt you can read it. I know I can't. Not from here. Oh, yes, I can. But if I put my glasses on, it says, I am worth it. Okay. Now, that's the first aspect. I am worth it. I had to get that message, and those are the four most powerful words. That's four most powerful words in combination in any language I've come across that are designed to help bolster self esteem, self motivation, self worth. But there are two other variations, okay, that apply just as well. Okay, now that is the one that is necessary for here. The one that is necessary for the home is, to the people that you're connected to. In my case, my home consists of me and the home being who lives under the same roof. Okay, and the connection, that home for me, okay, is me and my son. Okay, so when you're looking at that, you have the you are worth it. That is you out there. Okay, if you're listening to this, get it straight. You are worth it. Meaning, there is value to you, and every single person in existence is of the same value. The third one, and again, we're back to this three, is we are worth it. Okay. Once you get that straight, you've got your house, you've got your home, you've got the community, and now we have the world. And it is very much time for people to put their differences aside. Absolutely relish in your differences. Some people sport blonde hair really nicely. Some people look better in dark hair. Okay. Even some people look better in blue hair. That's when I gave up looking for hair color. Was when dyes came into play, and I didn't have any way of coping. But when we look at this as a whole, okay, as an interlocked force, you will find, if you think about it, there's an old way of looking at things. If you take a single piece of spaghetti, you want strength, take a single piece of spaghetti, one person, and you can grab that spaghetti and you can snap it, easy. Okay, you take three or four, and it's a little harder to break it. I thought, and just as I came to this idea, I thought maybe I should go and get spaghetti. I just don't see the point at this point. But you take two or three, and they're a little harder to break. Take a bundle, okay? Take a group of people, and then try and break it, okay? And see how much stronger they are, okay? How much stronger you are by working with those around you, okay? By working in conjunction with the people that have already arrived. When you're looking to do something successfully, talk to the people that have already successfully done it. Now, another thing from my standpoint, and I may have this wrong, but I do believe this is stated. I think it's the U.S. military. Okay, now here's the thing: you hear a lot of good and a lot of bad. I have always been a strong supporter of people that choose to join the military, that choose to join the police force, and the first responders in order to protect their people, their community, their country. Okay, and I believe this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, and this should be directed at anybody that knows, but I'm going to put it this way. My understanding is the U.S. military has a very strong, very simple saying. The difficult we are already doing. The impossible simply takes a little longer. Now, I'm living proof that the odds can be beaten. Okay, decades ago when I was born, I'm 58 now. I'll be 59 in a month and a half here. Okay, when I was born, well, I died the first day I was born, but the important factor is that the real kicker was at 5 years old, and no, I cannot prove this, it happened in the military base. Okay. But at 5 years old, I was diagnosed dead and ended up waking up in the morgue. And by the way, you have to be dead a very long time to wake up in the morgue. Okay. For them to get you there. So I woke up in the morgue. They'd already diagnosed me dead. And I walked out of the morgue. Meaning, death itself. Have I had a near death experience? You bet. Multiple of them, in all fairness. But I'm living proof that the impossible things can be done. What you see as impossible, whether you believe you can do this or you believe you can't, either way, you're right. Okay. I never aimed at getting into the spotlight. This was not where I was going. Okay. But I know of three venues and three topics that I've got to deal with, and it is long overdue time for me to go live. Okay, so again, and I will be posting a little later confirming the fact I've got it all organized. But that is my target. Okay, so at 8 o'clock PST, 11 o'clock Eastern, I intend to go live. Okay, with an interactive, and if I can figure out how to get it to work, I'm going to be there. And apparently, the live chats, the live streams, have a chat room that I will be able to answer questions directly in the chat room. Okay. Now, I'm not going to guarantee, as a matter of fact, I'll virtually guarantee it won't go necessarily smoothly the first little while. Just like when I started doing the vlogs. I didn't know what I was up to. I didn't know how to go about it. Okay. So, I hope you will bear with me as I go live. Okay. And in addition to that, I must say thank you so much for your continued support and encouragement, and a real big thumbs up to Dave Scott and Spaced Out Radio. Okay, I really am looking forward to this, and it's time for this to happen. Now, with that in mind, I keep these to a half hour. So, and with that in mind, I'm going to leave you until tomorrow. I will be back then. And until then, do take care of yourselves and each other, and for pity's sakes, stay positive.